Hi everyone, this is Akila. I'm here to give you your preview of our next meeting, the May iTech meeting, which is scheduled to take place Tuesday, May 17th at MOC. We're going to be upstairs in the foyer and we're starting at 8 a.m. It is the entire group together, all grade levels, and we have the room reserved for the entire day. I don't think that we will go all the way until 3 o'clock, but I do want us to not be rushed. So I've reserved that space for us to do what we want up until, whatever time we finish, but I don't anticipate us going the entire day. If we do run into the lunch hour, we'll stop, take a break, let everybody eat their lunch or go get something to eat and come back. But either way, I didn't want to set an end time so that if we need the extra time, we have it and we don't feel like we're crunched on a schedule. But whatever time we finish, everyone will head back to campus after that. One of the big things that we're going to be talking about during the meeting next Tuesday is the Bright Bites data. The overall score for the spring collection is identical to what scores were averaging across the state. So we scored a 1067, which we were up 10 points from the fall collection. And like I said, that's identical to what we saw across the state. And we had growth in every single one of the areas for the classroom, access skills, and the environment. That was pretty much expected. Doesn't surprise me. I'm very pleased with it, but it also doesn't surprise me. You will notice if you go into Bright Bites and log into your campus data that not everybody experienced growth. There were some campuses that had a slight decline, and we'll be able to break that down and figure out why when we come together. One other thing that you're going to notice in your interface for Bright Bites is that there is a couple of new features that weren't there back in the fall when we first looked at it. One thing that's changed is the Insights page, and I want you to take a look at that because this is showing that based on your scores, based on the submissions that came in for your individual campus, they have kind of prioritized the things that they feel are urgent needs for your campus versus low priority needs. And it's pretty self-explanatory when you look at it, but the high priority needs will correlate with what you see over on the right hand column as to what they consider game changers, big idea, big things that they think that you should work on in the upcoming year to see even further growth. It's worth checking out. Now, the bigger part of that for you guys is to take that information that you're getting from Bright Bites, I'm tongue-tied here, from Bright Bites, and then apply that to what you saw happening with the teachers on your Invest roster. And you'll notice, you've seen it all in Battelle for Kids, that with the people that you had in your target group, it's listed either as a yes or no. They either showed growth or they didn't. And that is judgment based on what you've seen and observed with them all year long. So what supporting data are you going to use? You're going to use, of course, the overall score that you saw in Bright Bites, but that's not it. You're also going to rely back on your classroom observations that you may have taken. What technology PD have those teachers taken advantage of and applied to their classroom instruction? What new tools have they integrated into their classroom instruction? And then one other little known thing that you probably don't really pay attention to is the tech requests that they have coming to you. Are they asking for the same things over and over again, or have you noticed them grow increasingly independent as the school year has gone on? When we come together next week, kind of have an idea or at least access to these things as we talk. It helps tremendously if you've got that information right there in front of you so that we're not just talking about things in a figurative sense. Ugh, there I go again. But looking at it in a concrete sense based on what you are seeing on your campus with your teachers. So be prepared to have some hands-on time with that. What we're also going to talk about is professional development for you guys, for the iTechs. This is not for your teachers. This is not for anybody else. This is PD suggestions for the iTech group. You can see these listed here that I do not have anything scheduled for the month of June at all. There's other projects that are going on, so for instructional technology in particular, we are not offering any specific Aldine PD during the month of June. So feel free to do whatever you want and you won't worry about missing out on anything. But the offerings that are for July and August, those are going to be listed here. I don't have anything posted in e-portal just yet, but I will. But for you guys, I just want to have a head count. I want to see what you're interested in. So you see this little bubble that's over here to the side. To click here if you're interested, that's just going to take you to a Google form so I can get a general head count of what things that you're planning to attend based on what you see here. One in particular that I want to draw your attention to is August 1st through 4th, the Bella Institute. If you haven't heard of Bella, that is the bilingual and English language learners of Aldine group, and they are going to have their own little separate conference, of course based, focused on literacy, but the theme for that little mini institute is going to be from this book right here, Amplify. Really interesting. This is and it's a quick read, by the way. It's talking about digital teaching and learning for the K through 6 classroom, but we're also going to include pre-K in that discussion as well. And there's going to be a heavy technology component to this, and if you show up and come, you get a couple of goodies. So I'm not going to tell you what those are, but the fact that I've got the book featured right there ought to give you a hint of one of the things that you're going to be receiving. So anything, like I said, if you're interested, click on the form and let me know if any of these are of interest to you. Another thing to let you know about is next week, next Thursday in particular, May 19th, we are going to have a retirement happy hour for our 3 iTechs that are about to set off for the sunset. That is Susan Smith, Rick Melby, and Tom Lucker at Lupe Tortilla. This is the one that's at I-45 and Ritchie Road. And I'm saying Ritchie Road, but it might actually be the Airtex exit off the freeway. But either way, if you're planning on coming, it's just a little casual time for us to love on them and let them know that we wish them well. Also, give me an RSVP right here on this slide and let me know if you're interested in coming. Just want a general head count of who to expect. So be there to wish them well. And that's about it for now. It may not seem like a lot, but we've got a lot to talk about. Since this is our last meeting, I want to make sure that everybody ends the school year positively and that you're prepared for all of the stuff that we're going to be taking on for the coming school year. By the way, if there's any new iTechs that are looking at this video, feel free to come by to that retirement happy hour. You're also welcome to come to the May iTech meeting just to sit and observe and meet the team. Either way, I will see everybody next Tuesday at 8 a.m. Brown bag of lunch just in case we happen to run over or have some place in mind that you could go and grab something real quick and come back in case we end up, if the meeting ends up running long. All right, talk to you later. Thanks.